Hi, this is Keith Catfish Sutton. During the past year, Ted Ellenbecker and I have communicated several times about this video. In the past, Ted has pioneered a wide variety of fishing tactics and has held several world line class records that include a wide variety of species. If you take that into account, it isn't surprising that it was Ted and not some other angler who contacted me about a strategy that will redefine the term fishing structure, a strategy that is designed for all freshwater fishermen regardless of experience. When we first met, Ted and I became immediate friends. Our mutual love of fishing provided common ground, but it was more than that. I saw in Ted qualities that make him different from the hundreds of other hardcore fishing enthusiasts I've met over the years. That shows in this video. Ted's theory of three is designed to help fishermen catch more and bigger fish, of course, but just as importantly perhaps, it will help anglers enjoy fishing more as well. This is a strategy that allows you to learn from repetition. That's exciting because nothing like it has ever been offered before. What you see is the real deal. Those intent on catching more fish, bigger fish, and enjoying the fishing experience more would be wise to study the information Ted offers in this video. It is unique, it is proven, and it is a pathway to success.
Hey, I'm Ted Ellenbecker, and I'm more than just a little excited that you're with me today. We've got something in common: more fish, bigger fish, and we want to enjoy the fishing experience more. I know you do, I do too. This video is going to do that for you. How? Let me tell you. A lot of things are going to take place in this video. We're going to reestablish you as your foundation for your fishing success. We're going to define the term fishing structure. We're going to also explain what actually fishing a structure means. We're going to divide the elements of the bodies of water that you fish into 4 groups. And this is going to give you the ability to assess the value of the structures that you're fishing. We're going to establish new terms and definitions. You can be looking for bass, walleye, sauger, northern pike, muskie, catfish, sturgeon. It doesn't make any difference. This information is going to help you. And the bodies of water, lakes, rivers, ponds, creeks, reservoirs, it doesn't make any difference. When you're done watching this video, you're going to be able to fish your favorite bodies of water and your favorite species on high percentage water continually. You will get more fish, bigger fish, and you're going to enjoy your fishing experience more. We're going to talk about structure. Now I know you're going, everybody talks about structure. Well, yes they do, but not like this. The information you're going to receive on this video is new, it's unique, and it's proven. This video is about you and to make you a better angler for the species you want to fish for on the bodies of water that you fish on, and using the presentations that you're familiar with, comfortable with, and confident. Types of element: inherent, cluster, common, and high percentage. The inherent elements. These elements are the foundation of all bodies of water, but need a connection to a second, and preferably third element, to have the power to concentrate fish. Inherent elements are air, water, and the ground that forms the bottom and shorelines of the bodies of water we fish. Look at the secondary involvement this way. For air to position fish, it needs wind, temperature change, or atmospheric pressure change to attain a power that will concentrate and hold fish. The water itself needs wind, clarity change, temperature change, a rise or fall, possibly a current, to attain the power that positions fish. The bottom, if unchanging, has no power to position fish. If you add shape to the bottom, such as a point, ledge, channel, hump, or other secondary element that has power to position fish, it becomes relevant to the angler. Cluster elements. Well, a cluster element is just that, a large area covered by a single element. An example of this could be a bay that's full of standing trees, possibly a peninsula covered in bulrushes. The cluster element itself, because of its size, may hold some fish. However, to fish this area, you should have connection to a second, and yes, preferably a third element to concentrate fish. The high percentage area will be where contact is made with the second and third element, such as a creek channel, an old roadbed, possibly a drop-off. The place of contact to the second and third element. Common elements. These elements change in each body of water and from species to species. A common element could be a dock, bulrushes, logs, weeds, a hump, rocks, current from an incoming creek. However, common elements are low in their ability to concentrate fish because of lack of mass, possibly, or because of their lack of a relationship to a second or third element. Or they're simply not a high percentage element for the species of fish you're looking for. The type of element may become high percentage if the element's mass increases and connections to a second and third element improve. And then we have the high percentage elements. These are your targets. A high percentage element is the key to success in freshwater fishing. This element can be many things again: rocks, wind, creeks, channels, humps, docks, incoming tributaries, bulrushes, and any other element present in the body of water you're fishing. And so the elements you may consider high percentage elements can change according to the species you're looking for and the body of water you're fishing. A high percentage element must have the ability to position fish. It must also contain a major power. There's two levels of power, minor and major. The level of power is directly related to two things. First, the element's ability to position fish or its attractiveness to the species of fish you're fishing for, which is related directly to the element's size. And the second way to gain power comes from the element's connection and relationship to two or more other high percentage elements, each element then giving the other more ability to. A fishing structure is a combination or relationship of elements present in a given body of water that has the capability to concentrate and hold fish. The act of fishing a structure, would be presenting hook, bait, or lure to a desired combination of elements that has the capability to concentrate and hold fish. How important is this strategy to you as an angler? Well, if you check out the screenshot here and watch it as it moves, we got several different species here. Watch what these fish are doing. Watch where they're positioning themselves. They are positioned on elements. And that's what fish do. That's one example of how important this strategy is. But the other reason this strategy is so important, there's one absolute in freshwater fishing. If the fish cannot find or locate your presentation, your hook, bait, or lure, you not only will not get bit, you cannot get bit. That's how imperative it is that you present to the fish. The fish have to be able to locate it. And this strategy does that. It keeps you on high percentage water. If you're presenting to more fish, doesn't it make sense? We're going to be working on some northern pike, and the reason we're using pike is they're a real good fish to show using 3 different presentations on one structure that has 3 different levels of elements in it. So, we're going to start with a bucktail, and that's for working some surface structure. We've got some lily pads out here in this little bay, so we want to keep it real tight. Second element in this structure, we're going to go to a weedless spoon. The third element on this structure, as you can see, is where this has a fairly steep drop, where these rushes drop down off into deeper water. Okay, the bucktail's not going to reach that. The weedless spoon isn't going to really reach that very well. So we're going to be using a crankbait, and that'll be for working the base of the structure, or the third element. Alright? So, this is a good structure. We've got some nice combined elements here. We'll start with the bucktail. Here we're going to work the first element in this structure. That happens to be the shallowest element in the water column also. This is a depth of approximately between 2 to 3 feet. You can see they back up and get thick, real thick, right in towards the back of the bay. But what we're fishing is the little patches of them out in the front coming into the open water. We're using a bucktail, muscular basically, but sized down just a little bit for the northerns. Works really great. And in this shallow water, the nice thing about it is you can work it just under the surface, or like we are here, you can boil it or bubble it. You can make a lot of noise, can attract some fish from a distance. And here again, think about your species. Guys, if you're a bass fisherman, this is a simple one. Switch over to a bass spinnerbait, boil it across the top on these lily pads, bounce it off the lily pads. In the deeper water, let it settle in and sink, and work it the same way. Or go to a jig. It's the same thing, okay? 3 elements, 3 presentations. All right, now we're moving into the second element, and here you can see the line. Look at the line. Very definite. You've got the lily pads moving into the rushes. So what happens here is you've got 2 elements that are joining or combining. Okay? Excellent position. If you understand the way water works, because there's a change here, there's also going to be a change in either the bottom, depth, or both. In this particular situation is what happens is we have a change in depth. The lily pads in 2 to 3 foot of water, the rushes start working out into the 4 to 5 foot of water level. And if you look at the rushes closely, you can see when we get a shot going down the shoreline that there's a real straight edge of rushes. And that's because the shoreline drops off. Okay? The rushes are actually in about 4 foot, maybe 5 foot. But there's a break right out in front of the rushes that drops down into about 8 foot of water. And that's your third element. That's your third edge. All right? Right now we're on the second element, and we're working right along the very front of the pockets here of the rushes, trying to pull a fish out. Kind of some small targets here to shoot at, but if the fish are in there, that's where you want to be. The third element, like I said, is going to be down the front of this rush line. It drops right off. That's why these rushes are so straight in here. But now we've worked the 2 shallow elements in this structure. Now we've got a deeper element, and that's going to be where this rush line drops off into the water here. This element's really a nice one to show you on this structure, because not only does it have a lot of strength as an element, because it has a couple of edges. It has the edge running along the face of the rushes themselves. It also has the ledge where it drops from 5 foot into 8 foot of water. So you have a couple of travel routes, a couple of ambush points for several species of fish. So if you're casting rush lines like this, you also want to notice that we're casting the lure, we're presenting the lure parallel to the element itself. So that's keeping the lure in the strike zone longer. And there again, folks, that's for any species, whether you're casting for walleyes, northerns, muskies, bass, anything. Keep it in the strike zone longer by casting parallel to any element like this, and you're going to get a lot more hits. It just works better that way. Yeah, there we go. Oh, this. He feels good. This feels like he's got some weight to him too. He's off the drop. Running out a little bit. Come here, bud. Whoa, come here. Here we go. Shut this trolling motor off so he doesn't get caught up in there. He doesn't want to come up. Come here. Oh, he's not ready yet. I gotta bring him back around here. He's not quite, oh, no, he's not ready. Straight away from me. All right, there he's coming up. He's getting tight. Oh, he's a nice fish. Pretty fish. Look at this guy. Woohoo! Come here, bud. Let's see if I can get a hold of him. Oh, he's not ready. No, not ready yet. This is a nice northern. Yes, indeed. 33. There we go. Now he's getting tired. I'm going to see if I can grab him. Come here. You going to let me do this? Yes. Okay. Woo-hoo. Look at this. Oh, man. Look at this dude. He was on the third option along the base of the third element on the structure. And look at this. Nice northern. Beautiful northern. Great one. Let's let this guy go though. We're gonna get him freshened up here. Shut this motor down. Alright, let's see if we can get him going again. Here we go. Come on, bud. Here we go. Come on. There you go. You a little tired. Oh, he's getting ready. Okay, there we go. Woohoo! All right. Doesn't get better than that, guys. But you gotta fish the entire structure. The biggest mistake guys make, they know what they're looking for. They come onto a structure like this and they go, I know there's northerns here. And they throw their spoon or they throw their bucktail. But they gotta work the different levels. Not just for northerns, as you're gonna find out, but all these freshwater species. You gotta work the different level of each structure. You gotta work each element, okay? Going. There's a reason these fish. Oh, this is a good fish. Whew. There's a reason these fish are up on this structure. Oh, this is big fish. Try to bring him up here as quick as I can so he doesn't get too tired out, because we are releasing all these. But you'll find when they get to the boat, you can only go so fast, like right now, and they stall out on you. And that's it. And, nice kitty. This fish is gonna go over 20. I gotta grab the net here. That's set down here. Like we said, you got it when you net these. Oh, he's pulling. These are great channel cats. Look at that. You gotta come from behind with the net, get them up in front of the boat. Oh, big fish. Come on, buddy. All right, he's gonna come up here, man. I don't know if he's ready to net, but he's gonna come up. Oh, nice cat. Come here, bud. I can get him to come up now, I can get him in the net. Come on. There we go. All right. Woo. Nice fish. Come here, buddy. Whew. 28. 28. Yeah. Well, we'll let him go here. If I can get this off of him. There we go. There we go. There. Nice fish. All right, here you go. You've got some rock buildup coming down into the water, and then you've got a big slide here where the land is let go. Trees slid down about 50 feet down that bank. It's pushed a lot of dirt out here. And as what that has created right behind us here, where that fish came from, is actually a point or a travel way. The land is pushed out, and the fish are coming around the edge of that dirt that's pushed into the water. They're traveling around the base of it rather than going over the top of it. So what we've done is put three elements together. We've put a structure with some rock base up in the front, a hole behind that's washed out, and then a point or an outcropping of dirt that's collapsed and fallen into the river. And as what this has done is force the fish that are moving up the side of this river, if they want to stay low and on the flat, they move right around the point of that dirt. So you want to put some elements together. As you can see, we had a lot of elements involved. Rising water, we were close to the drop into the main channel, but when the big bite really took off was when we added an element, and that was an incoming front. Oh, well, he decided he was hooked. Oh, he's gonna start getting mad. I'll try to get him up here. Putting a little bend in that rock. Whoa, 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 whoa! Mad fish. Oh, nice. Nice fish. I gotta get. Can't get him in. I gotta get him in. Come on, fish. Oh, this fish is huge. Here. Come on up here. Oh, Christ. Good grief. This is... Alright, I'll concentrate on this one. Alright. Oh, look at this. Big fish. Big fish. Come here, buddy. He's a nice fish. He'll go about 17. Well, we're going to let him go and go back out. These fish are starting to move now. Like I said, we caught the stationary fish, or the fish holding the structure earlier. And now we're catching the fish that are moving on the structure. So you get the 2 bites going. It's a good deal. So far we've learned on this lake that they like the transition right at the weeds to the rocks and the indents along the rushes, so we're going to concentrate a little more on these rushes on this structure because that's where the 2 bigger fish come from today already, but we're still going to fish it all the way out to the point also. One thing that you want to look for also along these rush lines isn't just the straight lines of rushes, but it's these little pockets like this, the little indents in the rushes. These fish have a tendency to kind of hide back in there. So
So you want to make sure that you hit those for sure. Even if you decide to skip part of a structure, hit these pockets where there's a transition like this. Or an edge, if you will, of some kind. Right at the boat, right at the boat. Woo! There we go. Nice fish, right at the side of the... Oh, he's stripping some line. There we go. That fish came right up after that. Nice fish. We're gonna have to net this guy. I think he's a little too big. You want to be real careful with these fish, with their teeth and with those big hooks. And right now, I don't want to get too crazy with him because he just might decide to take off. I'm going to check my drag, make sure he can take line if he wants. There he is. Oh, look at him. There we go. There we go. Woo-hoo-hoo. That's a nice pike. All right. There's a nice pike. We'll see if we can get him in the net here. Come here, buddy. Nice and easy. There we go. Oh, look at this pretty fish. Look at this pretty fish. Ooh, easy, easy. Oh man, here we go. Gotta be careful with these hooks and with these fish. Look at him. There's a pretty fish. That's a nice fish. Nice and heavy and healthy. Beautiful. All right, let's get the hook out of him. And you know, I'm gonna measure him, I think. I'd like to see just how long he is. So I'm gonna put this aside. I'm gonna lay him down here nice and easy. Put tape on him. Let's see how long he is. Just for my own knowledge. Well, let's see. Gotta go this way, don't we? 34. That's a nice fish. Boy, they're fun, especially when they explode on you beside the boat like that. Look at him. There we go. All right.
Great segment for you today. We're fishing shallow water channel cats. We're lake fishing. We're not in the rivers. This is a big lake. We've found an area on this lake, and it's the only one we found that's like this. It's got several elements that are coming together. We got some big channel cats that are coming into this area feeding, and we can pinpoint. We've got our rods actually pinpointed where the two major elements are coming together. If you look over on this side of this bay is only about 200 yards across. We've got some rock, we've got a little higher shoreline. There's a little deeper water over here where that cabin and point area is. Then we've got a 5-foot flat where the fish are feeding. That drops into about 14 foot out in the main lake. And then if you go to the other side of this bay, it actually shallows out. It gets real shallow, turns real weedy, got a rush bay out there. But what that's doing is collecting a lot of minnows, a lot of crawfish, a lot of food. And these fish are in here. Never ignore skinny water. Where we've placed ourselves is right where these two elements are meeting, right where the shallow water edge is dropping off into this little timbered flat here. And these fish are moving up and down this flat. And you know, we're going to show you some really excellent channel cats. Guys, these are not blue cats. These are channels, and these are awesome fish. Incredible fish. It's the theory of three, guys. Put the elements together. This is a huge lake. Here, pan out there just a minute and then come back to me. Look at the size of this body of water. These fish could be anywhere. They could be absolutely anywhere out there in this body of water. This lake is 5 miles long and probably 3 miles across. It's a good sized body of water. But we've got huge channel cats stacked up in this bay that's 200 yards across and 5 foot deep. And the reason? The elements of this lake are connected right here. We're going to put this out right along the edge of where I believe this old wood line used to run. The other rod is running along where the weed line starts, so we've got both edges, and there's the key. We've got both edges, and then a feeding flat that's got some loose weeds and rock in it in the middle, and these fish are moving up and down both edges. It's working great. So we'll get this out with this rig we just showed you, and we'll see if we can get into another fish. Whoa, fish! Oh! Holy cow! Look at this. This guy's serious. He's still going. He's still serious. He thinks he's big. Come here, fish. Oh, this is great. Oh, what fun. Man. Oh, there we go. He's gonna start getting mad. He's either gonna get mad or get tired. I can't tell if he's bigger or he's just as big. Now I suppose he's gonna come in here and get really trashy with me. Come here. Unbelievable. Come here, fish. Oh, I'm glad I didn't put a lot of pressure on him. I could have ripped him loose. Come here, fish. Come here, buddy. Come here. See if I can get underneath you here. There. Let me get underneath you. There we go. There we go. Look at him. But boy, man, oh man, this is just great. I don't know what else to say. Here we go. Whoa, there's the little one for the day. We came in here. We showed you how to fish these channel cats on the lakes in shallow water, up in skinny water, but fishing excellent structures. Oh, we got another fish on the other one. Holy cow, he's gonna bust the rod off. Unbelievable. Anyway, we were doing a close here. We've had a really good day fishing. Channel cats on the lakes. And guys, I'm really glad that you got to watch this segment. Because I'll tell you what, it just doesn't get any better than this. I'm gonna have to back over here to get my pliers though. This has been a great day. Oh, this is another one. Another huge channel. Look at these guys. Beautiful fish. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. All right, come here. Come here. All right, now don't take off. Don't take off. Just let me see you. Just let me see you for a minute. Let me get under you. There we go. There you go. Oh, we got a big cat. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Look at this guy trashing. Oh, yes. Early season cats. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Look at this big boy. Oh, here he comes. Oh, look at this guy. He's going to take off on me. Oh, yes.
Yeah, look at this guy. Woohoo! In a lake. Look at this. Look at this guy go. Unbelievable. Oh, man. I knew these cats would be in here. Even in this shallow water, he's not quite ready yet. I'll explain to you why here in a minute. See if I can get, oh, not quite 20. He's going to go 15 though. If I can ever get him wore out. Woo-hoo-hoo! Come here, bud. Hope I get him in. No, come here. Let's get a hold of you. Nice fish. Oh. Gonna take off again on me? Oh, no, he's wearing out. Now he's wearing out. Get this stuff off here. There, let's see you. Where are you? Come here. Let me see you. There we go. Oh, there we go. Here he comes, guys. Woo-hoo! Look at this dude. Oh, man. Here, Now this is called a channel cat. Gentlemen, you're not looking at a blue cat. This is a channel cat. Look at this boy. Woo! Woo-hoo-hoo! Yes! Man, what a massive, whoa, what a massive animal. Ah, don't break my finger. Let go. There we go. Oh, what a massive channel cat. Unbelievable. Most people think you can't get them offshore like this. They won't even try it. You know, they think they can't get out in deep water. Well, I'm telling you, and this video is going to prove to you that you don't always have to be in deep water. There. Okay, here we go. Look at this dude. Yes, sir.
Okay, the next section you're going to watch, I believe, is considered a bonus section. Jaden Ellenbecker's the angler. The fish is a 2-pound line class IGFA world record northern pike. Why is this important to you? Okay, the whole scenario here is a little different. Normally for the theory of 3, you're looking for big, robust, powerful elements. Okay, you'll be fishing with 2-pound line or other specialty presentations, such as pulling crankbaits for walleyes as an example. You need to look for a little different element to allow your presentation to work. In this case, we can't have the big rock points, we can't have the big bulrush beds or weed beds normally present in a northern pike structure, because obviously any contact with that type of element and the fish would be gone. So we're looking for little different elements. It doesn't change the way you use the strategy. You're just using the strategy to match your presentation or to make your presentation possible on high percentage water. So we're looking for wind-driven shorelines, pushing minnows into the shoreline, low moss beds on gravel shorelines, okay? This is still going to concentrate northern pike, in this case basically because of the wind. We're looking for one big fish, not a bunch of fish. So now, let's take a look at a short clip we have of Jaden Ellenbecker's line class record. Oh, and I do want to add here, her sister Jory did take the 4-pound world record IGFA northern pike as well on the same body of water using the same type of elements and structure location to fish on. Take a look. Well, we got a hookup. Liking our new place. He's been doing really well. Woohoo! Jaden, you got a fish on. I got the 2-pound line class. Jaden's looking for the world record, IGFA world record northern pike on the 2-pound line class. She's got a nice fish hooked up. Obviously we can't tell how big he is, but it looks like it's a nice fish. This could be it. It could be it. And Jaden's a little nervous. A little nervous right now. This fish has gone backwards a couple of times on her already, but she's got him stopped. It's looking good, looking good. That is a big fish. Holy, that's a big fish. How's it going? How's he going, huh?
That makes it worse.
You got him on?
Yeah?
Yeah, you got him on. You got him.
Yep.
You see how big? I couldn't tell how big it was with that swirl out there.
Oh, he came up all the way out of the water, and his head is probably that big.
Oh,
Yeah.
you could have it.
He's a big fish.
This could be it. Did he look like he could go 10?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. He's really good. So he's right up here, right on the surface. We are about to set the 2-pound class world record for northern. Oh my god!
Look at this dude!
Oh my god!
That's it! You did it!
Oh my god! Oh!
Holy buckets! Oh, Jake! Get him out for you. Look at this guy. Oh. Look at this! Jade, 2-pound line class, IGFA woman's record. Look at this fish! Woohoo! Yes! High five! Yeah! Talk to the camera.
Look at that! Oh yeah!
There, and I got this out. Didn't break the line. Holy cow.
Nice red pretty
We're going to put you on your favorite body of water. Fishing for your favorite species. Can't ask for a better deal than that, right? Okay. We're going to put you on your favorite body of water, okay? So to start with, though, we're going to put you fishing these, okay? You're on the North Shore somewhere, and that shoreline is lined with these, covered in these. They go out into the water. You've been fishing, and just for sake of discussion, you're a bass fisherman, you're throwing spinner baits up there, okay? Boom, boom, boom. You do really good. Congratulations. You're done. Pack up, go back into town, stop at the burger joint. There's your buddy Frank. You sit down with Frank, you talk about fishing a little bit. Frank ends up asking you, well, where were you? What were you catching them on? Now here's where it starts getting a little iffy. I believe most of you would say, well, Frank, I was up on the North Shoreline and I was throwing spinner baits up on the rocks. And you'd be absolutely correct. Now, some of you like open water a little more, so you're out fishing a mid-lake hump, correct? Same thing. You've done really well, you're back, you're talking to Frank. And I believe this is what you would say when he asks, where were you fishing, what were you using? Now again, this can vary, just fill in your own blanks here, but most of you, and I believe, would say, well, I was out fishing the mid-lake hump, throwing crankbaits, and that's where they were sitting. And you'd be absolutely correct. And both of these pieces of information would make sense and serve a function. You just delivered to Frank what was going on. With this, same thing. You're throwing cut bait up into a log jam for cats, okay? When you go back and you talk to Frank, what are you going to say? Well, I was fishing the logs, or I was fishing the log jams, using cut bait, the fish were hanging out in the wood. That's what you're going to say, and it'd be right. Correct? I believe we can all agree with this. But this is where the problem starts to come in with communication. There's two descriptions or definitions that people use for the term or phrase structure, fishing structure. And I'm not going to quote them, but I'm just going to kind of give them to you a little bit. The first one is, if it's connected to the bottom, it's structure. Well, so that would mean that this laying on the bottom, these are all structures. These are structured. Okay? The other one is, if it's a difference or a change, I believe, how they put it. If it's a change in the bottom, it's structure. Well, so that would pretty much be the hump. because it would be part of the bottom. It'd come up, and so that would be structure. And yet, as anglers, I don't believe any of us would have said, well, I was fishing the structure on the North Shore. I don't think so. You would have said I was fishing the rocks up on the north end or up on the North Shore. You wouldn't have said, well, I was fishing structure. While you may have been, it would still be incomplete because Frank would have to come back to you and say, well, what structure? And then you would have to say, I was fishing log jams. Okay? The hump, same thing. I was fishing structure. Well, where were you? It was the hump out in the mid-lake. So it goes right back to the language that we use as anglers. I was fishing rocks on the North Shore, I was fishing the mid-lake hump, I was fishing log jam and cut bait. Those make sense. So, if these aren't structure, what are they? These are elements, folks. That is what they are. You described them absolutely correctly. These are elements. Somebody go, okay, what's the definition of an element? An element is simply this. It's a part or a characteristic of something. So for a lake, wouldn't it be, well, common sense? Wouldn't it make sense that these would be elements? Because these are a part or a characteristic of a given body of water? I believe so. So if these are not structure, these are elements, then what is a structure? Structure is the relationship or combination, the connection of pieces and parts to make something. That makes sense, doesn't it? So if we're talking about fishing, well, so what's a structure when we're fishing then? Is it something that's connected to the bottom? Is it a change in the bottom? Not really, that's an element. It's a characteristic, or a part or a piece of something. So structure has to be made of several parts, correct? So, we go like this, and we go like this. Now, this would be a structure. Okay, well, now we've kind of gone through and we've established that there are elements and there's structure, and there's a difference. But I still need to give you what I consider the definition of fishing structure to actually be. A fishing structure is simply this. It is the combination or relationship of elements on a given body of water that are capable of concentrating and holding fish. Doesn't that make sense? I believe so. I hope you found this interesting. And good luck, be safe, good fishing.